Good evening, friends. I'm Rudraksh Vishwakarma, an intern at Law Minds. Today, I will be presenting on the topic legal consultation for social media employee with policies. So now let's come in, let's come to the introduction. Social media platforms have blurred the line between personal and professional life. While they offer businesses a chance to engage with their audience in a more personal and direct manner. They also open up a Pandora's box of potential legal issues. One of the key challenges is maintaining a balance between an employer's right to freedom of speech and employer's need to protect its reputation. An offhand comment by an employee can quickly escalate into a public relations nightmare of a company. Therefore, it's crucial for a business to clearly define what kind of behavior is considered inappropriate on social media and the potential consequences of such actions. Another significant concern is the issue of confidentiality. Employers often have access to sensitive company information that, if disclosed, could harm the company's competitive, position or even result in legal penalties. Therefore, social media policies should explicitly state that sharing of confidential information on these platforms is strictly prohibited. Moreover, employees must be aware of the potential of social media to be used as a platform for harassing or discrimination. It's important for companies to make it clear that such behavior will not be tolerated, whether it occurs in the time in the office or online. Now coming to the main content of this article, the privacy. Now the first is privacy rights. In the digital era of digital communication, in the era of digital communication, privacy has become a paramount concern. A paramount concern. Employees, like all individuals, have a reasonable expectation from privacy, even on social media platforms. This expectation extends to their personal social media accounts, which are often used to express the person's thoughts, share, the, share, life, share life updates, and connect with friends and families. Employers, for their part, must respect this boundary. They should avoid monitoring employees' private social accounts without explicit consent. This is not just a manner of respect, but also a legal obligation. Any policy that involves accessing employees' private information without their consent could potentially violate privacy laws. This also varies by jurisdiction, but they generally protect individuals from unwarranted intrusions into their private life. In addition to legal considerations respecting privacy rights is also crucial for maintaining trust within the organization. Employees also feel that their privacy is respected are likely to be more satisfied and productive. Therefore, employees should ensure that their social media policies are clear about the extension and limits of their monitoring activities. Now coming to freedom of speech. The freedom the right to freedom of speech is a fundamental human right that is protected by many national constitutions and international human treaties. In the context of employment, this right allows employers to engage in productive, cons- in productive concerted activity under the National Labor Relations Act. This rules this includes the right to discuss work conditions, wages, and other job-related issues on social media. While employers have a legitimate interest in protecting their reputation and preventing the spread of uh, fake, false, or damaging information, they must also respect employers' right to freedom of speech. This means that employers should ensure that their social media policies do not infringe on these rights. For instance, a policy that employers should ensure their social media policies do not infringe their rights. For instance, a policy that categorically prohibits employees from discussing work-related issues on social media could be seen as overly restrictive, and potentially unlawful. However, the right to freedom of speech is not absolute. It does not protect speech that is defamatory, threatening, or discriminatory. Therefore, while employers have the right to discuss work-related issues, they should do so in a respectful and lawful manner. In conclusion, when drafting social media policies, employers should carefully consider the legal implications. They should strive to create policies that balance their interests with the right to the right of the employees. This requires advanced understanding of privacy laws and freedom of speech protections, as well as a commitment to fostering a culture of respect and openness. As always, it's advisable for companies to consult with a legal expert when drafting or revising their social media policies. This article is intended as a general guide and does not constitute legal advice. In the age of social media, the potential of discrimination and harassment has increased exponentially. Social media platforms, while providing a space for expression and interaction, can also become a medium for harmful behavior. This is not. This is why it's crucial for employers to ensure that their social media policies address these discrimination and harassment can take many forms on social media, from offensive comments to sharing of inappropriate content. Such behavior, whether by an employee or an employer, can create a hostile work environment and potentially lead to legal issues. It's important for employers to make it clear that such behavior will not be tolerated. Employers should also provide clear guidance on what constitutes discriminatory or harassing behavior. This includes, but is not limited to comments, posts, or that are racist, sexist, homophobic, or offensive in any other way. The way the policy should also outline the consequence of such behavior, which could range from disciplinary action to terminating the employee to termination of employment. Moreover, employers should provide a safe and confidential mechanism for employees to report instances of discrimination or harassment. This encourages a culture of openness and respect where employees feel comfortable speaking up about these issues. Confidentiality. In the business world, confidentiality is of the utmost importance. Companies often possess pro- proprietary information them a competitive edge, that gives them a competitive edge. This could include trade secrets, business strategies, customer lists, and more. Employers often have access to this sensitive information in the course of their work. It's crucial for employers em- to make employees aware that sharing such confidential information on social media is a breach of their employment contract. This is not just about protecting the company's interests, but also about maintaining trust with the customers and partners. The social media policy should clearly define what constitutes confidential information. This could vary depending on nature of nature of the company's business. For instance, for instance, a tech company might consider its software code as confidential, while marketing firm might consider its legal strategies as confidential. The policy should also outline the consequences of breaching confidentiality. This could also range from disciplinary action to legal proceedings. Employers should also provide training to employees on how to handle confidential information and the importance of maintaining confidentiality. In conclusion, when drafting social media policies, employers should pay special attention to the issues of discrimination and harassment. This and confidentiality. These policies should not only protect the company's interests but also create a safe and respectful environment for employers. As always, it's advisable for companies to consult with a legal expert when drafting or revising their social media policies. Now coming to defamation. Defamation is a legal term that refers to any false statement, either spoken, slander, or written libel, that harms the reputation of an individual or an entity. The stage of social media where information can be disseminated quickly and widely, the potential for defamation has increased significantly. Employees in the use of social media should caution about making defamatory statements. A seemingly harmless comment or post have serious legal consequences if it is deemed to be defamatory. This is not just about protecting the company's reputation, but also about fostering culture to respect responsibility. It's useful for employers to educate their employees about defamation laws. This education should be part of the company's social media policy and should cover the basics of what constitutes defamation, the difference between expressing opinions and the potential legal consequences, and making defamatory statements. Now coming to the conclusion. In conclusion, indeed, crafting a comprehensive social media policy requires a careful balance. On the other hand, employers have a legitimate interest in protecting their reputation, proprietary information, and workplace culture. On the other hand, they must respect their employees' right to privacy, freedom of speech, and freedom from discrimination and harassment. A well-crafted social media policy can serve as a roadmap for employees, providing their guidelines on acceptable online behavior. It can help foster a positive and respectful social media culture within the organization where employees feel free to express themselves within the bounds of professionalism and respect. However, the legal landscape surrounding social media use is complex and constantly evolving. Laws vary widely by location and new legal precedents are being set all the time. Therefore, it's crucial for employers to regularly review and update their social media policies to ensure they remain compliant with current laws. Employers should also consider providing training to their employees on social media policy. This can help ensure that all employees understand the policy with the reason behind it. Lastly, it's important to remember that while a social media policy can provide guidance and protection, it's ultimately the responsibility of each individual of social media responsibly and respectively. This is a collective effort that requires participation of everyone in the organization. Um, Thank you for watching.